The mid-1980s had been an exciting time for the Balmain Tigers. Spearheaded by a generation of talented tyros, the club had become regular finals contenders during the middle of the decade, making 4 out of a possible 5 postseasons between 1983 and 1987. However, despite their strong showings during the regular season and 2 National Panasonic Cup titles, the club had struggled in September, winning just 2 finals games during that same period. Heading into 1988, the club's key players were starting to hit their peak, and there was pressure on them to qualify for their first grand final since 1969. They certainly had the right coach, with dual premiership winner Warren Ryan arriving at the club during the pre-season. The club's first assignment of the year was against the North Sydney Bears at Leichhardt Oval. After a closely contested opening hour, the Tigers cut loose during the final 20 minutes, with 3 unanswered tries to Scott Gale, Ben Elias and Wayne Pearce, helping the side to a 24-4 win. Most of the plaudits post-match were directed at Tigers prop Steve Roach, who looked set to recapture his best form after missing most of the previous season with a serious knee injury. Next up was a trip to Parramatta Stadium, where the Black and Golds took on an Eels side who they had beaten twice in 1987. However, the visitors' preparation had been far from ideal, with Captain Pearce withdrawing through injury and Ben Elias losing the stand-in captaincy after being late for training.
Plenty of sparks flying in the forwards. And let's see if Colin can add to his 87 tally of 184 points. Not a problem. The Balmain Tigers hit the front, 2 points to 0. Taylor, Sterling. Back inside for Ella. He has Kenny in support. He's decided to kick. He kicks again. He's been tackled by Hardwick, and they'll have to come back for the penalty. I thought he might have originally heard Ella when he made the break, and it's 5 minutes in the sin bin for Kevin Hardwick for the foul on Ella. From right in front, there it is. There's the equaliser at the Parramatta Stadium. The Tigers and the Eels. It's 2-2.
32 metres out. Parramatta with Sterling, linking up with Ford, getting it out to the big guru, Eric Growth, and Growth will score in the corner. Well, Parramatta full of running. They had the numbers and worked that into the field. And takes the tackle, 12 metres out. Penalty to Balmain. Quite a simple one for him. And makes no mistake. So the gap is narrowed, with Parramatta leading 6 points to 4.
Chalmers is the man, of course, that has gone on to that centre position. Lindner, Sterling, the dummy. Misses forward, picks up Brett Kenny, goes around, gets the ball back. Ella, oh, brilliantly worked try. It's the old firm. Sterling, Kenny and Ella, magic football, and under the post go the Eels. Swag of penalties against the Tigers. They've had to do it tough. Tries coming when they've only been 12 men on the field. Let's remember that Hardwick has been sent off. He's not in the bin. He'll take no further part. Peter Wynn stepping out of tackles. Peter Ford backing up as Chalmers. Chalmers still going, brushing off tackles. Brought down by Jack. He had to pull off a last-ditch tackle. Well, he's been kicked in the face as he tried to play that ball.
He also should be slapped on a 402 for overacting.
Taylor out wide. Lindner, this has got to be a try. The numbers game again as he forces his way out. Running out of players was the Balmain defence. And the Eels again celebrating.
And there are the leading tacklers for both sides. As Balmain pick up a loose ball, spinning it wide. Here's Conlon, getting it out to Parrish. Parrish for the line. Parrish still going. Parrish will score. Matt Parrish, the son of Don Parrish, his first year of rugby league.
What about this Parramatta play in the second half?
Well, it's been a change from what they did in the first half. It was very noticeable to me in the first half that all they did was simply wrap the football. And, of course, if you're trying to defend against that, it's very tiring because you're constantly shuffling your defence.
Well, Parramatta back on the charge now. Another mistake from the Tigers. Gale couldn't control that football. Lindner, Taylor. Beautiful pass to Kenny. That's a try. They won't stop him from there. Magnificent ball, though. Put that down to Paul Taylor. Crowd calling for another Parramatta try. Dummy there from Vernon. Back it goes. Mosley. Sterling can't handle it. Scott. Play on, says McCullum. Back inside it goes. Taylor. Here's a reward. It's been a strong display from the little man, Paul Taylor. He picks up the dregs right under the post for the Eels.
And here comes Scott back on. And Parramatta still moving it beautifully with Ella. Ella's got support. He might not need it now. He's given it to Ford. What a try. Parramatta rubbing salt into the wounds as Peter Ford goes over to score.
In a bunch at the moment, Parramatta. Taylor. The kick ahead trying to turn Jack around. He beats Taylor easily. Brings it back just short of the quarter line. There's the siren. So the Eels, far too strong in their first home game at the Parramatta Stadium for 1988. And a great team performance.
Not the best result for the Tigers, but they had to put it behind them quickly, as the following Wednesday they began their Panasonic Cup title defence against the Illawarra Steelers.
Trying to move around him now as Roach takes it into the quarter. Found support from John Owen. Back it goes for Freeman. Freeman's got support from Podgy, and Podgy will score under the post. Good backing up from the Tigers, keeping the ball alive, and it was Podgy who went in to score. Trying to wrestle his opponents. We do a pretty fair job of that too. From the dummy half goes Mick Bolt. Long serving hooker with the Steelers.
Well, what a workhorse they got when they got him earlier.
And the Steelers get the penalty. And picks up the 2 points without any trouble. So at the Parramatta Stadium, it's Balmain 6, Illawarra 2.
To his feet. Switch of play for Bolt. Larder. The kick. Well, there's plenty of players here. It must be a try. Upfield will be the man to pick it up. Clever football. They set themselves. This time they just work player wager through the forwards. And then the kick from Larder, perfectly weighted for the outside backs. To lend a hand to Gary Freeman. Mackie. Cuts out Phillips. Finds Leggett. Now Phillips has it back on the inside. Mackie keeping this ball alive with the Steelers. Larder. Been living in that front line. He doubles around to receive the ball again. Out wide it goes. Bacani to the corner. Another try for the Steelers. Good football. They kept that ball alive. Always somebody there to take the pass. The momentum was certainly starting to swing for the Steelers.
Elias puts the bomb in the air. Plenty of chasers. Up they go for it. It's loose. It's a try. Michael Neal, I think you'll find, has touched down. Michael Neal in for the Tigers.
Yes, indeed. This was the one they wanted. Benny Elias got a fairly hefty boot to that. Michael Neal from an onside position gets there and picks up the dregs off a rebound from an Illawarra player and scores the try fairly adjacent to the post. It's only about 4 metres out. There's Elias from ground level. Watch the ball come down. Watch the Illawarra player catch it and then get taken out of it and lose it.
And Ross Conlon is used to pressure kicks, and in terms of kicking, it's a pretty easy one for him. It's about 5 metres from the left-hand upright.
Except there's no such thing as an easy kick.
We know. Now Conlon makes no mistake and puts the Tigers in front. Last tackle signal now for the Steelers. And Larder puts the bomb in the air. Phillips is chasing it. Up goes Moss and takes it beautifully.
Yes, that was a very important catch, and young Moss has done excellently to take the ball. As you can see from the replay, he was under enormous pressure there. Absolutely enormous, and he stood his ground very bravely, standing there again, face on. Not the ideal technique, mind you. He should have jumped sideways, but we won't cavil at that. He did a great job.
Now, this ought to be the 5th tackle as Neal runs across field. Last tackle is signalled. 4 seconds remaining. It's been kicked into touch. The siren will beat them all, and there it is. Full time in the National Panasonic Cup with Balmain edging out the Steelers by 12 points to 10.
The Tigers were in the Hunter Valley the following Sunday to take on one of the competition's new boys, the Newcastle Knights. However, it would not be a happy trip, with the home side overturning a 12-8 deficit to take the game 20-16 in front of over 24,000 ecstatic fans. It wasn't exactly a great outing the following weekend either, as the Tigers just squeaked home against 1987 Wooden Spooners West, 15-12, in what was prop Steve Roach's 100th first-grade game. From hosting Wooden Spooners one week to the defending premiers the next. Fortunately, Wayne Pearce was back on deck, as the Tigers welcomed 1987 champs Manly to a dreary Leichhardt Oval on Easter Saturday.
A lot of speed, he's got Lyons in support. Lyons drags that in somehow. Lyons going for the line, but the referee's rolled it forward. Gee, that was good football from Burke and Lyons. 22 minutes gone and it's still 0-0. And this has been intercepted. Lyons will score. Lyons racing away over the quarter line, and Cliff Lyons will score the first points of the match under the posts. 4-0 in favour of the Sea Eagles. It came from nothing. Last tackle against the Tigers. Succumbs to Elias, and Elias puts up the bomb. It's going away from Hasler. It's loose in the in-goal area. Now let's see whether Manly can get it back on the field of play. They can't. Brooks immediately. In fact, they've lost the ball. It's a try. Benny Elias, no. Referee says knock on. Only about 5 metres out from that Manly line. Elias, Neil, Bevan. Bevan on his own. Bevan's gone straight through. He's got support on Elias, and Elias will score under the posts. It should have been a try a moment ago, but Benny's got the 4 points now. And Balmain are back in business. It's 6-4. There's Pearce running it strongly back towards the Manly defence. Vaughton, his opposite number, wrapping him up. Penalty against the Manly Warringah outside backs. In fact, there might have even been Cleel standing in the inside centre position who the referee's pinged Conlon to put the Tigers in front. Can he do it? 35 metres out, right in front of the post. The wind at his back. It looks good. It's there. And the Tigers are in front for the first time this afternoon. Balmain leading Manly by 8 points to 6. 10 metres out from that Manly line. Shaw, nowhere to go. And there's the siren, and it's all over. Balmain have beaten Manly by 8 points to 6. A hard-fought, dual struggle, but one which really was played by two teams of great strength. Magnificent performance, really, considering the atrocious conditions.